Welcome to Trader's Destination. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Trader's Destination. Today is 13th May 2018 and I want to dedicate this video to my mom. Not only to my mother, but I want to dedicate this to all those mothers who had to sacrifice their own financial freedom as they had to raise their kid. I remember my childhood days, friends. When I was a kid, my mom used to work initially and then she wanted to continue with her career. But she had to sacrifice her job to raise me up. Like that, even today, there are many women who sacrifice their job, sacrifice their career so that they can give a good upbringing to their kids. This video is dedicated to all those people, to all those mothers. Wish you all a very happy Mother's Day. Friends, who doesn't want money in life? Be it a housewife, be it a working professional, be a businessman or a student, everybody needs money in life. And what are the sources of the money? Like if you are a housewife, you need to depend on your husband, that your husband is going to give you some pocket money. If you are a working professional, you need to depend on your company or organization or boss, and at the end of the day, at the end of the year, they're going to give you some salary or some salary hike. Now, what about a day when a housewife will say, I am a housewife and I don't need any pocket money? Or maybe a working professional who is saying that I am a working professional and I don't need any salary hike. Is it possible? Yeah, it is. Definitely it is possible. That's why I am here and that's why I am sharing this video with you. And to make it possible, you need to spend less than 2 minutes a day, friends. You spend less than 2 minutes a day by analyzing the market, by looking at the chart, using this strategy, and you can earn more than 50% of your investment per month. Okay, given that your money management is in place, given you know some basic understanding about the stock market, and given that you follow this strategy consistently day in, day out, every day. All you have to give is just 2 minutes, and the return that I'm going to show you towards the end of this slide, this is the backtesting results and this is the current ongoing month's result as well, is much more than 50%, but still I am quoting 50% over here. And hence, friends, I introduce you this strategy which is called Ka Dum. Why Ka Dum? The reason being, you need to watch the stock market, you need to watch the chart only twice in the day. 9:45 a.m. in the morning and 12:15 p.m. in the afternoon. Only this two time you need to watch the chart. That's all. That's going to give you either some profit or stop loss, whatever it is. Okay, now how to set it up? So in this video I will be showing you that how to set this chart up and how to trade using this setup. So to this works in a Nifty futures contract only, and to set this up you need to have a 30 minutes candle. The indicators that will be needed over here is RSI is relative strength index. In that 35-65 period is needed to be taken for 13 period. Double exponential moving average of 50 period is needed, and pivot points is something that is essentially needed for this strategy, and it has to be Fibonacci type. I will show you in the chart practically how to set that up and how to trade. As I mentioned that the name itself, it is Ka Dum. It means you have to check the chart at 9:45 a.m. in the morning and again at 12:15 p.m. in the afternoon. The thumb rule of this strategy is, if the price is above 50 DEMA, that is 50 double exponential moving average, then you have to buy, and if it is below the 50 double exponential moving average line, you have to sell. So that is rule number one. Rule number two is, that's like a confirmation rule, that to confirm you that you are supposed to, you should buy or sell, or you should take a trade or not take a trade, you have to refer to the previous half of the RSI value. Like for example, if you are trading on Monday morning 9:45 a.m., you have to look into the chart for the previous half, that is Friday 12 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. You have to check that the RSI value was between 35 and 65 or not. If it was between 35 and 65, you can take a trade with an entry buffer of rupees 1 rupee 10 paisa and a stop loss of rupees 5. The target for that, as per this strategy, is going to be 1:3, and that should be taken twice in both the times. Like if you get the trade at 9:45 a.m., you take it. If you don't get the trade at that point of time, ignore. Don't forcefully fit a trade to be taken. Again, log in at 12:15 p.m. and see if the trade is happening. If it is happening, take the trade. If it is not happening, it's not a trading day for this strategy. Okay, and there are definitely some exceptions, and the exceptions are like this, that say for example, on whichever candle you are trading, like be it the morning candle or be it the afternoon candle. So in the morning candle, so for simplicity I will call it as a morning candle and afternoon candle. Okay, so in the morning candle, if the RSI value is more than 65, go for a sell side of it with a target 1:1. If it is below 35, go for a buy side of it with target 1:1. And if the first candle, like the morning candle, is having a very long shadow, by long shadow I mean the long tail with a very small body, then go for the 1:1 kind of a trade. Don't take a 1:3 kind of a trade. It is not advisable. Similarly, if the first candle value is more than 50 points, you can even take more than 45 points, depending upon your greed or your appetite or your money management. Then again, you should not take a trade, because see, technically speaking, Nifty to either rise or fall 150 points a day is practically, it might not be impossible, but there is a very rare chances that this kind of a thing happens. So hence, if your candle size itself, if the first candle size itself is more than 50, 1:3 target to achieve that is quite a task. So hence, please don't take such a trade. So friends, take a screenshot of this page, because this will be essential for you. If you keep it handy, it will be a quick reference guide for you, so that it will be give you some ease while taking the trade. Okay, so that's all about the setup today, and this is the backtesting results that we have done over last few months. This is just for the sake of the presentation. I'm showing you for last 4 months, and this is May today. Today is May 13th, and we use this setup for the month of May as well. So far in May, we have earned 171 points using this strategy. And if you look into the average of it, and if you're trading with one lot of Nifty, probably you would have made around 14,000 rupees a month at an average. Okay, and after all the deductions and all government taxes and everything, it will definitely come to be more than 10,000 to 12,000 a month. The average return on investment per month you will get using this strategy is somewhat around coming to 75%. But still, I would tell you that don't expect more than 50% return from this strategy. Even if you get 50% of your capital's return by investing just 2 minutes a day, it's a very good return. So that's all about the strategy. Soon I will come into the practical part of it. This was a theoretical part of it, and this is something about me, the various offerings that I have in front of you. I have already introduced Awesome Nifty strategy. People are trading with it. They are making profit day by day. And to know how Awesome Nifty strategy works, please go to the playlist that is there in my channel. There I have put both the videos, the part 1 and part 2 of the tutorial, where you can understand how it works. And definitely every day I post a video that talks about the performance of this strategy on a daily basis. So you can browse through the videos as well. And there, after our Awesome Nifty strategy, I'm introducing this strategy, which is called Ka Dum. I'm putting it like you can earn 10,000 plus per month by spending only 2 minutes a day. 2 minutes is a very small time in 24 hours of your time span, friends. By spending 2 minutes, if you are earning 10,000 a day with an investment of 20,000 every month, then I think this is really a good deal. So if you also feel that it is a good deal, please watch this video till the end, because now I'm going to take you to the setup and I'm going to show you how to trade using this strategy. So here I open the Kite platform. Okay. The first step will be how to set it up. As I said that it's a very simple setup. You need to have a RSI of 13 period. Go to your studies, select RSI 13 period. Moving average has to be of double exponential moving average. You have to select a period of 50 and select double exponential from the chart, from the drop down. Select any color of your choice, and then pivot points over here. Pivot points has to be of Fibonacci pivot point type. There are two types, standard and Fibonacci. As a thumb rule, what I also I have shared this my own thumb rule in the group as well, in the WhatsApp group. So with all my strategies that I trade, when I trade in shares like in equity stocks, okay, so I use Fibonacci's I use pivot point standard type, and hence I say that S for standard, S for stocks, and F for futures, and F for Fibonacci. So when you are trading in a futures chart, you should always be using Fibonacci standard pivot points only. Okay, so that's a thumb rule so that you don't forget it. And when you set this up, when you select the default setup of of the pivot point, you will get various colors over here in like in the pivot color, then in the resistance 1, resistance 2, support 1, support 2, various colors will be there. To make the charts look simple and easy to read, you have to just make your R3 and S3, that is your resistance 3 and support 3, in some color, maybe in blue color. Rest all can be white. Okay, so that it becomes easy for you to identify only those two lines which are essential for this trade. Done. So I think you are, if you are okay with the setup, then this is how the setup will look like. RSI will come somewhere below. On top you will see the candlesticks with the pivot point and the DEMA, and the chart, the candle duration will definitely be for 30 minutes. So this is how you're going to set it up. Click on this minus button so that like the calculation happens and all the lines gets plotted. So as you see that the lines are plotted now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you only for the month of May, because it's already 12 minutes plus running in this video. I would like you all to do your own back testing instead of relying on my results, friends, because whatever I did basis a lot of analysis and lot of support from all the friends. Like whenever I launch any strategy, I first share it with the group, with my group in WhatsApp. So they knew about this strategy for over a month. They actually applied their own minds into it, they played with it, and then they asked me questions as well. And friends, like that's the reason I want to thank all the people in my WhatsApp group today, because it's for them that whatever I proposed them in the beginning of this of around 2 months back, and what I am proposing them now is different, because they helped me fine tune this strategy a lot more. Okay, so let's see how it works. Okay, now say for example I am on let me make it a little bit more so that you will get this two half of the day. So the first half, see there is a divider at 12 p.m. so we need to see before 12 and after 12. Before 12 is the first half of the day, after 12 is the second half of the day. Morning candle is the first candle of the day. Okay, the first candle means 9:15 to 9:45, that 30 sorry, yeah, that 30 minutes candle. So now when you are trading, so you're on 2nd of May. This candle is a 2nd of May candle. You need to see what the value of RSI was in the second half of 30th April. In the second half of 30th April, you can see it very clearly over here. The RSI value was over 65. So what you are supposed to do is, and also just look at the candle. The candle is having a very long shadow. Okay, so anyways, it's a long shadow candle, and but at this point of time the RSI value is in 35 and 65, but in the previous half period it was touching 65. Hence you are not supposed to take a trade using this candle. So in the morning candle, by looking at the morning candle, there is no trade. Again, you are logging into the system at around not at around, at 12:15 sharp to see what is happening. So 11:45 candle is the candle that you are going to see. because 11:45 candle ends at 12:15. And when you are looking into this candle at 12:15, you are seeing that in this day, in the first half, look at the first half, okay, the value of RSI was between 35 and 65. Hence, below this candle, below the 11:45 candle, because why below? Because here the value, the price value of the candle is below this 50 double exponential moving average line. You have to place a short sell order 1 rupee 10 paisa below this green candle. Okay, target will be 1:3. And look what happened, exactly 45 points. This candle was of around 15 points, exactly 45 points profit you have got in the day. So this was of 2nd of May 2018. Now let's see 3rd of May, what happened on 3rd of May. Now when you were looking into the when you were trading on 3rd of May, looking at the morning candle, what you were seeing, the previous period, look at the previous period. The previous period was between 35 and 65. That is 2nd of May from 12 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. It was between 35 and 65. But by the time the first candle got closed, this is the first candle of the day. By the time the first candle got closed, the RSI value already touched 35 and it came below. So if the last half's value is within 35 and 65, but if the current condition, the current candle is below 35, then we are not supposed to take a, a short sell side of it. We should be buying it. Okay, we should buy it, because the reason being that it's already in an overbought zone. 30 minutes of the market is over. In 30 minutes it has come to the oversold zone, so there is high possibility that it will go up. Okay, so friends, this setup, this is a setup. Even awesome Nifty strategy also, that's a setup. Those are very high probability setup. No one can be 100% perfect all the time. Accuracy level may vary. Like my awesome Nifty strategy's accuracy level is like around 70 to 75%, and this strategy's accuracy level is around 60 to 70%. Okay, so looking at this setup, you are supposed to take a buy call, but there is no buy option. You have set a buy order at the high of this candle, 1 rupee 10 paisa above the high of this first candle, but it did not trigger. So again, what you were supposed to do is, again, you were supposed to check the value at 11:45 am. Now see what's the value of the RSI is at 11:45 am. You will see that the trade is not triggered, but at that given point of time, see, if you actually look into this place over here, the value of RSI has also come below 35. So hence again, it's not a short sell kind of a call. It's going to be a buy call that you have to take. You have to buy with the target of 1:1, 1 rupee 10 paisa above this candle. So you have done that and you have achieved that profit as well. So this was 3rd of May. Now let's come to 4th of May. What had happened? So this is the 4th of May first candle, and as you can see in 4th of May, okay, so 4th of May first candle, here the shadow is very long and the value of the body is very small. So as I mentioned, that if the in exception rule, that if the body is small and the shadow is very long, then you have to take 1:1 trade. You cannot take 1:3. So this value, the candle's value is somewhere around 67 to 85, so around 18 points. You have definitely made a short sell and you have gone 18 points of profit. Now let's come to 7th of May. Okay, I'm sorry, again, in the second half of the day, what happened? Second half of the day, you were already in the trade. So look at 4th of May 2018. You have made a short sell over here. Okay, by the time you are checking the next candle at around 11:45, you are still on trade, or maybe you have made some profit. Okay, so if you are still on trade, what you can do is you can actually place modify your stop loss to the below of this candle, below of this 11:45 AM candle, so that in case if the price reverses from there, you can restrict your stop loss, and if the profit happens, then whatever profit you have made, you can actually book that profit. Okay, but the choice is yours. Again, this is depending on the trading style that you follow. Okay, so let me give you one or two more examples. You will understand it more clearly. So let's see 7th of May, what had happened. 7th of May first candle was a nice green candle, but if you are looking at the second half of the previous day, you are seeing that RSI 35 is already touched. So hence you are not supposed to take a trade, because if in the previous half RSI touches 35 or 65, you are not supposed to take a trade. So looking at the first candle, you are not taking any trade. Now look at the second candle. Okay, now this is the second candle, the afternoon candle of the day at 11:45 a.m. This ended at 12:15. So looking at this candle, what is the value of this candle? The value of this candle is around 10 rupees. So 1:3 target will be 30 rupees, 30 points. So you are buying it 1 rupee 10 paisa above this candle. Your target is 30 points, that you have definitely got it very easily. Your stop loss will be below this candle, below the 11:45 a.m. candle. Okay, not below the first candle of the day. If you're taking an afternoon trade, the stop loss will be below the low 5 rupees low of the 11:45 a.m. candle. Okay, this was 7th of May. Now let me take you through 8th of May. See, look at 8th of May, what had happened. 8th of May, the value, it was a red candle. It was above your 50 double exponential moving average. But look at the value of RSI on second half of 7th of May. Second half of 7th of May, the RSI value for this period from 12 to 3:30 was in an overbought zone. So if it is in an overbought zone, you are not supposed to buy. You are going to take a sell side with a ratio 1:1. That should be your target. So what is the value of this candle? Let's see. The value of this candle is from 35 to 66, around 33 points. So again this day you have made a 31 points. So again this day you have made a profit of 31 points, because you are supposed to make a short sell over here at the end of the first candle, and then again you are going to check what is the value in the afternoon. So in the afternoon again you logged in to see that where the value is running. It was running over here, and towards the end of the day you are seeing that you have achieved your profit. Okay, so as I mentioned that, see, there are two trading styles. So one trading style says that if you are taking an entry, if you are entering into the trade by looking at the morning candle, then after entering into the trade, if the target is still not hit in the afternoon candle, you can actually place the stop loss. You can actually modify the stop loss basis the afternoon candle. So that is one way of trading. And the other way of trading is, if you have made an entry in the morning candle, keep the stop loss as the whatever is the value at basis of morning candle only, and wait till the end. So again, this is an option given to the trader. It depends on your trading style. Let's look at 9th of May, what had happened. 9th of May, it was a green candle formed. But if you are looking on 8th of May, the very first candle itself, the first candle itself had touched RSI 65 in the second half. So if you are looking at between 12 to 3:30 of 8th of May, RSI 65 was touched. Hence, looking at the first candle, you should not be taking any trade. Okay. Now let's look at the afternoon candle again. So this is 11:45 a.m. So 11:45 a.m. candle, which ends at 12:15. That is the afternoon candle. Whatever is the value of this candle, you have to take a trade, because it is formed above your 50 moving average line. So you have to take a trade with the target of 1:3. Okay, so this value was of around 8 points, because 42 is the low and 50 is the high. 18 to 324, you have easily got 24 points on 9th of May as well. Let's come to 10th of May. What had happened on 10th of May? Here is the first candle formed, but and see, when this first candle is formed, at that point of time, the RSI was also above 65, and for the previous half of the, for the previous period, the last half of the previous day, there also the RSI was more than 65. Okay, so as I mentioned in the rule, that if the first candle is a long shadow candle with a small body, then you have to take a 1:1 trade. So what is the 1:1 trade happening for this day? It's basically looking at this candle. Although it is above, you are not supposed to buy, you are supposed to short sell. So you are short selling it with a target of 1:1, and that is also easily achieved over here. Okay, spend some time in this video, at least in the second half of this video, because these examples are the classic examples, because in May we have seen all this setup that is possible. So there can be yeah, every day is a new day, as I say, and every day is a new setup, but still it should be confined within these examples that I am quoting over here. 11th of May, again, just have a look at this day. Just have a look at this candle over here on your 10th. So on 10th, this candle itself had touched your 35 point. RSI. So hence, looking at the first candle, it's not a trade. You can take a trade looking at the afternoon candle. This is your afternoon candle, the 11:45 candle, and the value of this candle is 9 points, and you can see over here you have comfortably got a profit of around 27 points after that. So friends, that's all about this strategy. Again, I would like to in short, I would like to summarize whatever I have mentioned. The strategy is very simple. In this strategy, what you have to do is, basically, this is a strategy where you have to look into two half of the day, the first half and the second half, the morning candle and the afternoon candle. Okay, the first morning candle of 30 minutes, that's the 9:45 a.m. candle, and the first afternoon candle of 11:45, which is the 12:15 p.m. candle. You are supposed to buy if the price is above 50 DEMA, and for that candle, when it is formed, if the price for that candle is within the range of RSI 35 and 65, and for the previous day's second half also, if it is between 35 and 65, you are supposed to buy. Similarly, you are supposed to sell if the price is below DEMA, and in case if when you are taking the trade, the value of RSI is touching 65, you are supposed to make a short sell. If it is touching 35, you are supposed to buy. Okay, so for beginners it might look little complex, but gradually you will understand it. It's a very simple setup. I think there are as you get used to it, as you set your eyes into the chart, you will be easily able to understand this strategy. So that's all, friends. That's all for today. Enjoy this strategy. Do backtesting yourself. Do paper trading first before taking your actual calls, before investing your own money. Okay, so have fun. That's all for today, friends. Good luck and happy trading.